Thank Good evening. My name is Steve Ellis, and I'm fortunate enough to be the principal here. At this time, it is my pleasure to bring up our salutatorian, Emily Lynn, who will be attending Cal Poly San Luis Obispo in the fall in order to get us started. It's all right. You've earned it.
Everyone, please rise for the presentation of colors by the Murrieta Mesa High School Naval Junior ROTC. Do I wait for them to come up? I can't really see. As we salute our flag, we also express our appreciation and gratitude to the men and women in the armed services. We think of the family members who could not be here with their graduates today. After the presentation of the colors, please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Mesa's choir. Remain standing until the colors have been retired. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Emily, choir, NJROTC, and ASL students, not just for this evening, but for your dedication to Mesa the last 4 years. Good evening, parents, families, friends, community members, and honored guests. Welcome to the Murrieta Mesa commencement ceremony for the class of 2017. Thank you for joining on such an incredible evening. I would like to introduce and thank the members of the Murrieta Valley Unified School District Board of Education here with us tonight. Board President, Mrs. Robin Christ. Board members, Mr. Kenneth Dixon and Mr. Paul Diffley. It is our board's dedication to our students and to the community that has made it possible for us to be sitting here today. I would also like to welcome and extend my gratitude to Murrieta Valley Unified School District Superintendent, Mr. Patrick Kelly, for his unwavering support. Our other distinguished guests here tonight are Assistant Superintendents, Mrs. Pamela Wilson, Mr. Darren Daniel, and Mr. Bill Oline, as well as the Executive Director of Secondary Education, Mrs. Mary Walters. I would also like to recognize Murrieta City Council member Randon Lane for being here tonight. And finally, I would like to recognize Pechanga Tribal Councilman Russell Murphy and thank him for all of Pechanga's support year after year. At this time, I would like all of the staff of Murrieta Mesa High School to please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. I'm a very blessed man to be able to work with such an incredible group of people so committed to making the world a better place by working with and helping our students pursue their passions. This evening's event would not be possible if not for the hard work and dedication of Bill Camel, Tony Romero, AKA The Champ, Activities Director Amy Volmer, Aaron Moran, and a very big thank you to Mesa Site Secretary Melinda Cohen. These Rams ensure that we have an incredible ceremony year after year. I want to thank my administrative team, Assistant Principals Lori Coleman and David Chambers, and our amazing counselors, Veronica Rubalcava, Connie Kim, David Carrillo, Lisa Amstutz, and Ms. Keisha Andrews. A huge thank you to the assistant principals, Mrs. Coleman and Mr. Chambers, and the entire counseling team for working so hard with the students of this class to ensure that we get to be here today, enjoying this ceremony. We are very proud of these students. I want to thank and recognize Lisa Rivera, the class advisor for these graduates. No, I won't make you speak. I would also like to thank our SRO, Officer Sanchez, for her dedication to keeping our campus safe. Thanks is due to our entire office staff, maintenance and custodial crews, campus security team, our parents, the PTSA, our dedicated nutrition services crew, and once again, our incredible teachers. Perhaps you've noticed a few changes around here since our last graduation. I would like to give a huge thank you for our marquee and our new Ram out front. This would not have happened if not for the hard work, dedication, and generosity of our PTSA and the original Mama Ram, Mary Walters. I believe it's also important that we recognize the spouses and families of our staff, as they too have made sacrifices by allowing us to be 100% in and committed to our students. I'm sure many of our students think some of our spouses actually work here because they see them at so many Mesa events. I would like to offer a special thanks to John Broussard, our athletic director, and to Amy Volmer, our activities director. Students, if you participated in anything outside of the classroom while you were at Mesa, you owe these two individuals a debt of gratitude. While tonight's ceremony is a celebration of your accomplishment and signifies the beginning of the next chapter in your lives, it also signifies the end of an era at Mesa. Tonight, I would like to recognize Jeannie Kuzak, who will be retiring after 33 years in public education. She's been a Ram from the start and has called names for each of our graduations. Thank you, Mrs. Kuzak. Parents and families, what an exciting day. This does not happen without your hard work, dedication, and support you have provided to these students and to the school since the very first day of school almost 13 years ago. I want to commend you on providing us the privilege of working with such great kids. Class of 2017, please stand, turn, and applaud your parents and families for all they have done to get you here. You may be seated. Boy, they took yesterday's practice seriously. Lastly, I want to recognize the roughly 500 graduates of Murrieta Mesa High School sitting in the Ram Stadium this evening. Great job, class of 2017. While tonight is a day of celebration, it is important to remember a member of our family, or Ramily, who's missing this evening. Tonight, we have an open seat in the student section to honor Alexis Doss, who tragically passed away a short time ago. The class of 2017 is wearing a heart-shaped pin on their stoles in her honor. At this time, I ask that we have a moment of silence for Alexis. Thank you. Tonight, as we remember some of the last 4 years and look forward to your bright futures, I may use some phrases that are probably ingrained in your brain. Sorry, not sorry. For instance, let's start the way we've started most days the last 4 years on RDN. Good evening, Mesa. Happy Friday. This year, our theme has been We Are. As we finish up today, I believe you need to hear about just how well some of you embrace this theme. I've been told that a picture is worth 1,000 words, so in an effort to speed up my speech, plus I promised the students, since none of them got in trouble at grad night, I would cut my speech down by 20 minutes. You're welcome, parents. I hope to use some pictures to express what my words cannot. Pursue your passion and leave a legacy is something you have heard since you started at Mesa. It's time for you to hear about, or maybe see, the legacy you've left us at Mesa and the power of the phrase, we are. This group of seniors has produced a student headed to the United States Military Academy, more commonly known as West Point. Isaac is the first Mesa graduate to attend this institution. Great job, Isaac. The pictures work. I'm excited. Less than 3% of all AVID schools in the nation ever earn the title of National Demonstration School. Mesa has earned the title. It took us from the beginning of your freshman year until the end of your senior year for us to be able to say, we are a National Demonstration School. Thank you for your commitment to a program that will change the course of students' lives for generations by getting them to college. That is a legacy of which you can be proud. Great job, students, and Mrs. Guzman. There are several students sitting here that have decided to get together. We will work as hard as any group on campus to entertain their peers at rallies and games. Thanks, dance team, for always bringing it. Always. Those are our seniors. And we can never forget the work that goes into Mr. Mesa, this year being the best one ever. Congratulations, Cole. Do I need to expand on the fact that we are champions? That is a great legacy. Awesome job, softball. Have you been to a game, concert, play, or any other activity around here this year? The school spirit is at an all-time high. That is a legacy that belongs to this class of seniors. How about an event that was so awesome, immediately other schools in our league tried to copy the experience, the Silent Seven. Thanks, Beast, Adrian, Cheer, Ms. Sovacool. It does not take long attending one of these events to see what these students mean by We Are Mesa. We cannot forget about some huge achievements in the performing arts. How about High School Musical? I think everyone in the Inland Empire attended this show. Great job, drama. And of course, none of this happens without TJ in charge of all props for all shows, as well as Jared and Caleb in the sound booth for all of our shows and events. Our marching Emerald Regiment, led by drum majors Matthew and Shaylin, had the best field season in school history. which then led to the best performance in school history at a festival, scoring unanimous superiors. This doesn't happen without the hard work and dedication, like that of Matthew Plount, who marched in the Rose Parade as part of the honor band, a first for the Murrieta Valley Unified School District. Continuing with the theme of bragging about the class of 2017, great job, yearbook crew, for producing another incredible book. Don't forget those of you that will be working in the medical field and belong to Cal HOSA. Mesa's own Cal HOSA's chapter represented us in Sacramento for the first time in school history. How about making the World Championships? We had a team, a robotics team, compete at the Robotics World Championships in Kentucky, along with teams from 46 states and over 30 countries. This class also, yeah, it's worth applause. You also started Link Crew this year, which connected our new Rams with the school, highlighted achievement of our freshmen, and worked in other classes helping our students. Rachel, you were amazing with Link Crew this year. Thank you. Well, seniors, I've just used 11 pictures to help highlight just a few of your achievements, which means I've saved 11,000 words, or more importantly, about 25 minutes of speaking. I'm going to take some of that time back to talk about a couple more students, that's all. Graduating today, we have a student who fled his home country in East Africa to avoid becoming a childhood soldier. He has stated it was not his dream to be a soldier, and he was going to be forced into it if he did not flee. When he arrived at Mesa, a body spoke no English. Today, he leaves us with a high school diploma. That is a legacy that inspires me daily. We also have a graduate who arrived mid-junior year, dealt with a tremendous ton of personal tragedy, spoke little to no English, and graduates today and also earned a scholarship. Great job, Abby. And a first for Mesa and possibly the district, also graduating today, we have a set of siblings, 4 to be exact. That is correct, quadruplets. Instead of congratulating the kids this time, I would like to say congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Nethercutt. When asked what is so great about Mesa, my first response is always the students. When pushed to explain why, I generally talk about they're not typical. You are nice to each other. You include each other. You support each other. And you treat each other as a family or ramily. I want you to hear from me this evening that is absolutely awesome. This is how I get to describe you. Your mindset and actions have expressed the attitude of we are, as in we are family. We are in this together, and we're going to make this world a better place together. The legacy that the class of 2017 leaves Mesa is that in just four short years, you have made Mesa better for all future students, the staff, and the entire community. Great job. I know you are not interested in hearing any more lectures from me, so I will keep it short. Final etiquette with Ellis. Write those thank you cards for this night and take time today to thank people in your life that helped get you here. Remember who you are and where you come from. Always think about how you want to represent yourself, your family, and your faith. Please, always make good choices. Slow down, find balance, smell the roses. Take risks, but never risk your integrity. There's no such thing as procrastination, only priorities. What are your priorities? You will always have a community here at Mesa that will lend a hand, lend an ear, and provide encouragement. Social media is not reality and not a great source for facts. And finally, with the parents like that one. Finally, with all of the technology available today, you need to remember there is always someone watching. Edward. Now I would like to introduce the Murrieta Valley Unified School District Superintendent, Mr. Patrick Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. Ellis. Good evening, graduates. It really is an honor for all of us in this stadium to celebrate your achievement and wish you the very best for your future. Now, being together today with friends, families, teachers, loved ones is done on purpose. While this diploma is being conferred on you, this stadium takes great pride in celebrating your milestone. Teachers and staff members poured contributions into each student here, but undoubtedly, the most pride today goes to parents and families. Teaching, mentoring, loving, and raising children is complex work, and so this celebration of you is one to share. Now, I hope I can add a little value to the complex work already undertaken by your parents and teachers and what Mr. Ellis shared, and share some truths that I've learned along the way that I think might help serve as guides for you. First, be sure to embrace the tough challenge ahead and seek excellence. Don't hope for an easy path. If it's always easy for you, it's probably not worth pursuing. Use your new freedom wisely. You are adults. Display discernment, wisdom, and restraint to couple with this new, beautiful freedom. Put others' interests first before your own. This applies to your friends, to your family, and even to your bosses. But it especially applies to your future spouse. Don't forget that. Spend less money than what you make. When you can provide for yourself and loved ones in a safe and secure way, that will bring you pleasure, far more than material things. And lastly, and perhaps most importantly, remember to use sunscreen and floss every day. You'll appreciate that advice in 50 years. Now, a tradition has emerged here at Murrieta Mesa graduation that illustrates life's beauties and challenges and how you should approach and embrace both. I have $100 right here, and I am going to give this $100 to one of you. But first, I'm going to crumple it up. Who still wants the crumpled up $100? Well, what if I were to ground it into the dirt? Who would still want the $100? The lesson here is clear. Despite being exposed to less than ideal circumstances, this bill's value has not been diminished. You will have times and experiences feeling as if you've been dropped, crumpled, or ground into the dirt. We all have moments that can make us feel worthless if we allow them to. Guard against those voices, sometimes when it comes from yourself. No matter what happens in this exciting and at times tough life before you, none of you will ever lose your value. While joyous moments will be plentiful, tough times come too, and all of these times of feeling dirty or clean, crumpled or finely creased, remember, you will never lose your value in this world. Now, I promised to give this $100 to a student, and I would like him to come up here, Angelo Gonzalez. Now to Angelo and to all of you, on this day of celebration, I wish you to embrace all the lessons and challenges of this wonderful life before you. You are invaluable. And on behalf of the Murrieta Valley Unified School District and the Board of Education, we wish you the best on your next steps in your journey, class of 2017. Congratulations.
All right, you got me. Thank you, Mr. Kelly. We want to recognize our graduates who will be joining the military after graduation. Graduates, could you please stand? Graduates, please stand. Sorry, I'll slow down. Keep standing, it's okay. We want to recognize our graduates whose parents are active or retired military. Please stand. You may be seated. Guests and parents who are active military, could you please stand and be recognized? Guests who are retired military, could you please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your sacrifice and service to our country to protect our freedom as citizens of the United States of America. Let's give them one more well-deserved round of applause. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2017 Senior Class President, Alyssa Hampton, who will present the senior class gift. USB President-elect Mackenzie Schlereth will accept the gift. Please welcome Alyssa Hampton and Mackenzie Schlereth to the podium.
Hi. It has been an honor to serve you as your senior class president this past year. Today I'm here to present the class gift to USB President-elect Mackenzie Schlereth, who will accept it on behalf of the student body. Mackenzie, the class of 2017, has decided to contribute $1,000 to the incoming class of 2021, $500 to our culinary program, $1,000 to Link Crew, $1,000 to the Beast class, and another $1,000 for updating the front office. They also provided $8,000 in scholarships for a total of $12,000 given back to the school. Thank you all very much.
Hi, everyone. On behalf of the class of 2018 at Murrieta Mesa High School, we accept this gift with appreciation and gratitude. We also like to thank previous USB President Tata Mann for her leadership and dedication to Murrieta Mesa High School. Thank you.
Thank you. The highest academic honors for the class of 2017 of Murrieta Mesa High School have been earned by our co-valedictorians, Olivia Chang, who will be attending UC Berkeley in the fall, and Orrin Farkas, attending UCLA in the fall, as well as our salutatorian, Emily Lynn. Congratulations on these extraordinary accomplishments. It is customary that we invite our valedictorians to address the class. It is my honor to introduce you to your 2017 valedictorians, Olivia Chang and Orrin Farkas.
Okay. Hey, all right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Class of 2017, how we doing tonight? Woo! All right, so every valedictorian speech seems to deliver the same thing. Some long-winded version of cliche sayings, followed by an anecdote that took place sometime in one's 4 years in high school. Don't judge a book by its cover, or what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Everything happens for a reason. And of course, our favorite, YOLO. You've heard these sayings along with the stories attached to them all your lives. Growing up, our parents would sit us down to relay their stories and experiences with these adages in hopes of instilling in us the wisdom that they never had the chance to inherit from their parents, so we don't end up repeating their mistakes. Our teachers do the same because they know that the following month, we're not going to remember what the formula for finding the length of an arc was. Sorry, Mr. Leroz. We barely remember whether or not we had homework that day. But we're going to remember the stories that they left behind in class that had you realizing how ignorant and immature you really were in the grand scheme of things. Our coaches don't only teach us resilience and hard work in the sport we love, but the importance of teamwork and communication among the people we love. Our peers, our parents, our staff, our relatives, family, and friends have provided countless windows to all the lessons in life we could possibly ask for these past few years. Really, you'd think we'd be smarter by now. But no matter how hard our parents or teachers try to warn us and shelter us from experiencing the scouting realities in life, No matter how much armor they attempt to strap onto our bodies on the first day of school, we are inevitably going to mess up. And when the protection of the armor eventually wears down, we are going to get hurt. Still, when we did get hurt, the people who were there for us then are the people here for us today. So I want to take this time to thank you, parents, guardians, whoever you may be. On the behalf of all of us here today, thank you for the, okay. Woo. Thank you for the arsenal of shields that you carved from your flesh to defend us from the world. Thank you for the days of comfort that you carved from your hearts when those shields cracked and we had no one else to turn to. Thank you for all these years of cleaning up after our blood, sweat, and tears. I'm sorry you don't get paid for this. But I can promise you that this is one line of work from which you will never be laid off. Bottom line, we will slip up. And ultimately, it is the lessons derived from these slip-ups that we recall from 10 years ago or will recall from 10 years from now. Now, the biggest mistakes you will make are, unfortunately, going to be with some of the people that are closest to you. Sometimes those mistakes will cause friendships to dissipate or relationships to end. And sometimes it's that one text you send or that one comment you make that will lead to a breakup. Sometimes it's a conglomerate of the small things built up over time that pits someone you once called your best friend against you. But it's not the end of the world. This is my cliche life advice for you guys now. Don't be afraid to mess up. You can make 1,000 wrong moves and 1,000,000 mistakes. All you have to do is own up to these mistakes and keep moving forward. Because only by taking responsibility, by apologizing for that one text or comment, by making up with that friend with an act of kindness showing you still care, only by fixing these mistakes yourself will you be able to become the best student in life. Now, there's not always going to be a happy ending, but you have to trust that some of the people that you ended up letting go, if they are meant to be by your side, then rest assured they will find a way to come back to you. So here's my confession from high school. I don't remember any of the lectures droned on in the classrooms or any of the notes I took down these past 4 years. I don't remember the equations or the vocabulary we had temporarily tattooed in our minds, or for others, our skins. But I do, you know who you are. But I do retain the memories of my classmates and my friends, because it is from our interactions that I learned to mold my mistakes into lessons. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys and just say that you are all truly appreciated. Because in one way or another, you were somebody's lesson. Thank you.
This wind is fantastic. Ladies, gentlemen, and soon-to-be graduates, good evening. Both Olivia and I have known for a while now that we're going to have to give a speech. And like any high school assignment, I procrastinated or didn't make it a priority for Mr. Ellis until the last minute. And just as any high school student would do, I took to the great depths of Google for inspiration. Unfortunately, a graduation speech is not something you can copy off of Mr. LaRosignol's solutions. I needed something inspirational, but not cliche. Something funny, but not a joke where I'm the only one who finds it funny, meaning I probably shouldn't tell a joke. So there I am, using my resources, but not cheating. Got you, Mr. Ellis. And I couldn't use my original idea of writing a rap because the Temecula Valley valedictorian already did that. So be sure to thank her because neither you nor I want to hear me rap. That's right, Big Mac. I couldn't sing a song because frankly, I just can't sing. And I couldn't write a breakup letter to the school, creating the facade that it was for my girlfriend because, let's be honest, no one would believe I have a girlfriend. So it was about 11 p.m. on Sunday night, and my speech was due on Sunday night, and I had absolutely nothing. I figured I'd have to stick to what I know. And I'm not talking about physics. I'm not talking about math or how to screw up a relationship either, both things I'm good at. Yeah, roast myself. I figured I would stick to facts. I really enjoy random facts. So here are a few facts that I found on Snapple bottle caps. Keep in mind, these are completely true, and you can Google them later, and you'll find that they are true. I actually have Snapple bottle caps. Fact 1, all porcupines float in water. Fact 2, you share your birthday with at least 9 million other people in the world. And fact 3, a jiffy is an actual time measurement of 1/100th of a second. All very important things to know. While I have a plethora of facts, shout out Mr. Wookner, I said I would not try to put anyone to sleep, so here are the facts that are actually important. Today we graduate. We leave behind, we leave behind the place that has been home to most of us for the past excruciatingly long 4 years. We'll be no more qualified once we walk across this stage than we were yesterday. I'm gonna take this off. The wind is crazy, I'm sorry. We'll have a diploma, but that's merely a piece of paper saying that for 4 years we worked our butts off to learn as much as we could. I wish a diploma meant that we now had all the tools to go out and conquer life, but frankly we don't. Don't get me wrong, this is a great accomplishment, but there's so much to learn, and the day we stop learning is the day we stop living. Many of the things we learned in a high school classroom won't matter to us after we leave tonight. 99% of us will never graph a parabola again. 99% of us will never throw a bowl on the pottery wheel with our feet. And 99% of us will never need to know that the War of 1812 actually lasted 2 years until 1814, unless for some odd reason it comes up in a conversation. That happens with me, because I'm weird. But the connections we have made and the things we've learned outside the classroom matter. What matters is each and every person sitting before me. What matters is that on Monday, I will not see Joseph's huge smile from across the hallway. I will not hear Haven scream, "The floor is lava." I won't have Gage offer to give me a massage. I won't be greeted in the morning with a handshake and a bro hug from Big Mac. And I won't see Mr. Ellis telling us to make good choices on Rams Daily News. High school has been a blur, and I genuinely don't think I've realized that we're actually done yet. So here are 3 facts that I've come to learn during high school. Fact 1, Will Smith said, "On the other side of your maximum fear are all the best things in life." I'm scared because tomorrow will be different. But never be afraid to dive into the raging waters that we call life, because we might just end up like the porcupine and float, or swim. Fact 2, although there are over 7 billion people on this planet, 9 million of which share your birthday, you are unique. Never be afraid to be you. I like to say that the only way to describe me is by using my name as an adjective. Be unapologetically you. Some people will hate you, and I know that feeling, but it doesn't matter. Haters gonna hate. Yeah, no, I promised I wouldn't sing. And fact 3, high school has gone by in a jiffy, but it has been approximately 22% of our lives thus far. We've been caught up in our social media and trying to take cute selfies so that our crush would notice us, that I believe that we have forgotten one thing. It's okay not to be perfect. We spent the past 4 years of our lives taking as many advanced classes as we could, playing sports, joining every club, and trying to create the perfect resume. It's time to stop being perfect. Perfection is scary, not because it's impossible, but because believing that it is will drive us to insanity and end up giving us gray hairs starting at age 12. I'm almost done. There's one thing I want to tell you. Everyone here, students, parents, friends, family members, faculty, staff, and anyone that happens to be here because they enjoy sitting in the sun for 3 hours. Keep an eye out for the Murrieta Mesa Class of 2017 because I have a feeling that we're going to do some pretty great things in the next few years. Our stories are the ladders that make it easier to touch the stars. So climb. Thank you and congratulations. Please welcome one of our amazing counselors, David Carrillo.
Thank you, Warren. Thank you, Olivia. Love to follow up that act. That was awesome. Thank you, guys. Hello, class of 2017. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Tonight, I want to let the audience know just a little bit about this class. We have graduates attending prestigious schools such as UCLA, UC Berkeley, Notre Dame, Occidental, Cal Poly SLO, the University of Washington, and Baylor University, just to name a few. At this time, I would like the following graduates to please rise and be honored when I mention your accomplishment. Our honored graduates, please stand. The top 10% earned over 4.10 GPA. Congratulations. Please keep standing. We have 62 CSF graduates. Will you please rise? Keep standing, keep standing. We have 28 National Honor Society graduates. Will you please rise? We have 153 graduates who earn pathway pins in one or more in the following pathways: business culinary, engineering, liberal studies, medical, visual and performing arts. Will you please rise? And 32 of our graduates will be entering the military and serving our country with pride. Will you please rise? We have 79 avid graduates, with 100% of them meeting the A through G college entrance requirements, and 100% of them were accepted to a four-year college. Avid students, will you please rise? Finally, we are excited to announce that 455, or 87% of our senior class will be attending a 2-year technical vocational or 4-year college. Will you please rise? Congratulations, graduates. I'm very proud of you. Now, Mr. Ellis.
Mr. Kelly and the Murrieta Valley Unified School District Board of Education members, I hereby certify that all seniors here today have met the requirements set forth in Board Policy 5127 to participate in this commencement ceremony. I present to you the Murrieta Mesa High School Class of 2017. Class of 2017, please rise.
On behalf of the Board of Education and the Murrieta Valley Unified School District, I accept the members of the class of 2017 as having completed all requirements set forth by Board Policy 5127. We congratulate you on your accomplishments.
You may be seated. Thank you, Mr. Kelly. Class of 2017, you have been presented to the Board of Education and the superintendent who has accepted this class. This is the moment we want to remember with pride. This is the moment you have worked towards, the presentation of diplomas. We thank Mrs. Jeannie Kuzak and Mr. Brandon Bailey for announcing the names of the graduates. Please hold your applause until all graduates' names have been announced and until we have introduced the class to you. We also ask that you do not use noisemakers or blow horns during the announcing of names so that all families can hear their graduate's name announced. Please prepare for the presentation of diplomas. Will the first 2 rows please rise?
Tatum Mann.
Alyssa Page Hampton.
Olivia Cheng.
Virgilio Yost Aban.
Oren Farkas.
Joel Abundis.
Emily Catherine Lim.
Riley May Atkinson.
Allison Emma Lee.
Jaron Rubio Agas.
Joseph Junho Lee.
Shelby M. Agnew.
Giselle Destiny Lehman.
Jordan Elijah Aguilar.
Melissa Claire Leon.
Nereida Aguilar.
Kama Lauren Livermore.
Daniel Aguilar Lopez.
Edward Alexis Lopez.
Gerardo Aguilar Lopez.
Gabriel Angelo Villanueva Lorenzo.
Hazel Bolo Alba.
Dylan Cia Lorenzo.
Abby Pecundo Alba.
Ricardo Lozano.
Tamia Faith Alexander.
Susan Lugo.
Philip Daniel Alfaro.
Ashley Nicole Liebert. Alana M.G. Lynch.
Natalie Jean Allen.
Randy Marin Lynch.
Cheyenne Alvarez.
Samuel Lorenzo McDonald.
Rochelle Renee Anaya.
Alexander Justin Mace.
Thomas C. Anders. Nicholas Bjorn Anderson. Sarah Anderson.
Parker Bachman.
Alyssa Anthony. Brandon Douglas Aquino.
Aaliyah Stevens.
Miguel Andre Arias.
Monique Macias.
Blaise Armendaris.
Ulysses Macias.
Lemomi Arscott.
Praise C. Madawuki.
Haley Marie Avance.
Ariana C. Magana Pena.
Gage Gabriel Aubrey.
Alexander L. Manfredi.
Vanessa Ayala.
John Marco Maramba.
Christian Azimoroa.
Patricia Ann Marino.
Renee Baca.
Alyssa Renee Marquez.
Michael Lance Bachman.
Andrew Ryan Martin.
Aaron Sumin Bay.
Bo Donovan Paul Mason.
Brian Bay.
Anahai
Baker.
Elizabeth Matfield.
Linnea Barg.
Quentin Edward May.
Rochelle Janice Barros.
Ajax Moyagoitia.
Laith M. Bash.
Tori Lynn Mayer.
Jenna Danielle Bautista.
Isabella Renee Mayhall.
Kevin Aiden Beckingham.
Emily Noel McBride. Deracia Lynn McFarlane.
Michaela Beers.
Matthew Mason McIlvain.
Ruth Annette Bell.
Brandon Big Mac Oliver McIntosh.
Ian Benson.
Brooke Ashley McKinley.
Zane Hugh Bentley.
Shelby Allison McLean.
Dylan James Bishop.
Simon Serene McNeil.
Caitlin Maureen Blanchard.
Mason James Meadors.
Blair Taj Board.
Joshua Nathaniel Melendez.
Blaze Board.
Diora Ixchel Mendez.
Mina Victoria Bogdal.
April L. Mendoza.
Rebecca Daniel Bowie.
Leylin Rose Mendoza.
Jordan Amanda Branch.
Ethan Charles Meyer.
Kobe Brazil.
Alejandro Mesa.
Lisa Nicole Bree.
Tia Meach.
Stephanie Renee Bree.
Matthew Thomas Miller.
Courtney Tian Brooks.
Megan Amber Miller.
Caitlin Taylor Brown.
Nolan John Milne.
Carlos Daniel Brown.
Stefan Keon Minix.
Caleb Addison Bryan.
Juan Carlos Miranda.
Geraldine Misa Bueno.
Darren Antelmo Milano.
Nhi Fung Bui.
Cynthia Natalia Moreno.
Logan Barant.
Taylor Nicole Morgan.
Brianna Charisse Bush.
Reese Terry Morin.
Ian Michael Byers.
Emily Caitlin Morris.
Mark Anthony Chabating.
Jess Dane Mortensen.
Hannah Mae Kalawagan.
Brett Chandler Moser.
Araceli Valentina Calvo.
Sofia Munguia Hernandez.
Abel Rodrigo Calzada.
Giovanna Isabella Munoz.
Sean Anthony Campbell.
Isabella June Munoz.
Celeste Cano.
Sofia Madalena Muratori.
Jaeger Cantwell.
Ashley Renee Murphy.
Nathan Lee Kappen.
Kayla E. Murphy.
Nicholas Michael Carbonell.
Richard Allen Murphy.
Jenna Alexis Carlos.
Sedona Deanne Myers.
Victoria Madison Carr.
Audrey Dominique Najou.
Dana Renee Carson.
Lexus Marie Narvez.
David Daniel Carvalho.
Anthony Navarrete.
John Joseph Carver.
Serena Lynn Long Navarro.
Brandon Dean Cassada.
John Philip Nethercutt. Caitlin Lee Nethercutt. Rose Lee Nethercutt. Sarah Marie Nethercutt.
Albert Stephen Castillo.
Jacob Fee Nguyen.
Vanessa Castillo.
Anita Chanel Nichols.
Derek Dempsey Chapin.
Madison Neese.
Brianna Nicole Chavez.
Anna Nong.
Sean Chevalier.
Tatiana Marie Novak.
Carlo Chitraroff.
Marissa M. Nunez.
Noah Vincent Cicerelli. Tristine Seinak Sealing.
Camden Oline.
Cara Callista Cirillo.
Lorena Oquindo.
Humberto Cisneros.
Caius Osborne.
Rebecca May Clausen.
Kaylee Osorio.
Shalin Cohen.
Myra Osaitha.
Stephanie Kovacs.
Brian Pichurkowski.
Carlos Giovanni Calasso Ortega.
Robert Carl Paleno.
Antonine Damian Conti.
Kyle John Palm.
Angelisa Elaine Contreras.
Alessandra Palantoni.
John Wesley Copeland.
Mitchell Papa.
Keelan Lorenzo Copeland II.
Cameron C. Patisell.
Justin Cordia.
Carolyn Julia Patterson.
Miranda Fernanda Cortes Bugarin.
Nicholas Corey Payne.
Victoria Cosio.
Devon Lorenz Perkins.
Jared Blue Costello.
Tan Fan.
Sofia Rivas.
Ryan Stephen Phillips.
Victoria Nicole Craig.
Luke Tiernan Piakowski Langhofer.
Jonathan Scott Crampton.
Sarah Mary Pierce.
Tyler John Crawford.
Bethany Alexis Pilar.
Casey Carruthers.
Matthew Thomas Plount.
Ava Catherine Kraus.
Keaton Powers.
Isaac Kunalata. Derek
Magya Prajapati.
Derek
Did I screw
DeQuino.
Do you want it better? Alexandra Grace Real Principe.
Kayleen Sierra del Rosario.
Rachel Elizabeth Price.
Alexandria Irene Delgado.
Cameron Paige Piles.
Manuel Daniel Delgado.
Charles Rigo Pierce.
Kaylee Lillian Denberger.
Alejandro Jamel Ramirez.
Colin Joseph DiFiore.
Alexis Daniela Ramirez.
Brianna Marie Dillashaw.
Andres Jesus Ramirez.
Denver Dion Dilworth.
Elena Justine Ramirez.
Christopher Richard Dixon.
Gabrielle Christine Ramirez.
Sadea Dixon Livingston.
Jordan Dion Ramirez.
Hunter Liam Doherty.
Moises Ramirez.
Victoria Angelina Dominguez.
Savannah Kaylin Ramirez.
Maya Isabel Downing.
Ramses Alonso Ramirez Ortega.
Nicholas S. Downs.
Caitlin Nicole Ratcliffe.
Elijah James Drew.
Jacob D. Ray.
Stephen Douglas Duckweiler.
Andrew J. Rekla.
Elena Christiana Duran.
Nathaniel Davis Reindell.
Joshua Michael Eberhardt.
Sydney Catherine Reinhard.
Eric Ekman.
Cyrus Anthony Remmel.
Harriet Mark Escano.
Jayla Wesomi Renti.
Gabe Estrada.
Christopher D. Reyes.
Hugo Lucas Fogerstrom.
Delaney Rose Richards.
Soraya Faith Faulkner.
Andrew Jeffrey Reitmeyer.
Anson Fodali.
Leah Justine Ritter.
Isabella Fogarasi.
Nautica Nicole Rivera.
Caitlin M. Fox.
Christopher Alexander Roberts.
Antonio Franco.
Jesse Brooks Robinson.
Catherine R. Fritsch.
Jacob Oceano Robles.
Cody J. Fuse.
Alexa Valeria Rodriguez.
Sean Renee Fujioka.
Frankie Ann Rodriguez.
Stephen David Fertzag.
Austin Martin Rojas.
Yusef Gabriel.
Ruby Roldan.
Jacqueline Violet Galindo.
Augustine Romo.
Andrea Victoria Gallagher.
Justice Michael James Romo. Corinna Nicole Root.
Mirna Judith Gomez Soberanis. Eileen
Jacob.
Garcia.
Jacob Thomas Roulier.
Amanda Nicole Garcia.
Anthony Routh.
Julian Andres Garcia.
Jordan Rout.
Colleen Garcia Rosales.
Andrew Joseph Ruiz.
Abadi Gabriel.
Ernest Salas.
Martina Gendi.
Adam Reinhold Salazar.
Ashley Violet Genera.
Gabriel Joseph Solomon.
Anais Danielle Gray.
Nicholas Anthony Solorio.
Jocelyn Nicole Gesford.
Connor Grayson Saludaris.
Cameron Page Glover.
Abigail Alexis Sanchez.
Danielle Marie Goins.
Gabriel Dominic Sanchez.
Adrian Michael Gomez.
Austin Sanders.
Raul Julian Gomez.
Noah A. Sandoval.
Angelo Ray Gonzalez.
Danielle Soleil Santiago.
Jacob Aaron Gooddale.
Maryville Patricia Santiago.
Cheyenne Tagi Sales Gorg.
Joshua E. Sarinana.
Karima Leanne Gorg.
Madison Gabriel Saunders.
Justin Tyler Grant.
Kyle Robert Schaefer.
Brandon T. Gresser. Hannah Grover.
Owen Richard Schaefer.
Tatum Guerrero.
Julie Carolyn Schumacher.
Andrew Michael Gutierrez.
Jameson Elaine Sepulveda.
Cesar Manuel Gutierrez.
Alyssa Rose Serrano. Christina Elise Serrano.
Jesus Nico Guzman.
Nicholas Giovanni Session.
Alec William Hales.
Justin
Hope Halley.
Justin Sharp.
Josiah Toby Jeremiah Holland.
Haley Monica Siegfried.
Chance W. Hamaker.
Victoria Christina Silva.
Kiara Bossy Hampton.
Mark G. Sencock.
Taylor Hankins.
Hannah R. Slayton.
Carlos A. Aro.
Noah Elijah Southall.
Noah Hartley.
Christian Lee Sowell.
Bryce Elias Hawkins.
Christian I. Spaniel.
Toy Hawkins.
Cameron Spencer.
Jake Hazelwood.
Shane Russell Sprinkle.
Michelle Hazelwood.
Jordan Guy Spurgeon.
Monet Hedgeman.
Cullen Kawakupano Stahl.
Brooke Lynn Elizabeth Hehouse.
Ethan Bryce Stachelek.
Alina Alice Villanueva Hernandez.
Alexander J. Staling.
Gabrielle Hernandez.
Kayla Marie Starks.
Hunter Jesse Hernandez.
Austin Everett Stone.
Kenneth Elisha Hernandez.
Bradley Douglas Straight.
Sienna Kristen Hernandez.
Kevin Alexis Strauss.
Andrea Carolina Herrera.
Colton Graham Stump.
Luciana Esther Herrera.
Walker Stutz.
Samantha Lynn Hershowitz.
Violet Gabrielle Stutzman.
Rebecca Noel Hodo.
Joseph Jacques Francis Surasi.
Glenn David Holder.
Malik Tabika.
Samantha Jean Holdridge.
Peyton Julia Tate.
Stacy Allen Holland Jr.
Dominique Kiara Taylor.
Gabriel Tanner Holmquist.
Marcelo Tibet Baez.
Anthony Elias Housen. Michelle Housen.
Miley Yvonne Templeton.
Cole Austin Howard.
Justin Allen Tesh.
Corey Hustis.
Catherine Renee Tew.
Molly Patricia Hupman.
Danielle Nicole Thomas.
Lauren Page Husson.
Demetrius T. Thompson.
Heidi Marie Hussman.
Emery Brewer Thompson.
Justine J. Huter.
Justin Daniel Thompson.
Isaiah Anthony Interiano.
Evan Joseph Toll.
Sierra Nicole Jackson.
Grant G. Tui.
Tyler Ann Marie Jarris.
Zainab Turabi.
Cameron Keith James.
Cecilia Jacqueline Torres.
Dylan James Johnson.
Spencer Lee Truman.
Francesco Odette Johnson.
Celine Judith Torres.
Noah Patrick Johnson.
Zoe Zole Trejo.
Taylor Ann Johnson.
Dion Lachelle Tucker.
Caleb Allen Jones.
Curtis C. Tumanieri.
Gabriel Alexander Jones.
Julius James Vaden.
Nadia Michelle Jones.
David Valencia.
Nathaniel Jones.
Annalise Elena Valenzuela.
Seth Anthony Jones.
Carissa Leah Vasquez.
Brooklyn Ann Jorgensen.
Jacob James Velasquez.
Noah Juco.
Angelina Velasquez.
Charles Gavin Kammer.
Trent Vert.
Connor Emmett Keegan.
Ricardo Viramontes.
Kelly Suzanne Kynes.
Alan Nang View.
Ryan Darden Kettleberter.
Kathy Kalia View.
James Wesley Key.
Dakota Matthew Wagner.
Miriam Tariq Jacob Kella.
Glenn Hunter Wagner. Cade Matthew Walker. Christina Wong. Isabel Marie Warren.
Anna Kaur.
Cara Lee Wenzel.
Derek Ethan Kim.
Stephen Thomas Wessels.
Marcus Xander Kim.
Jacob West.
Ari Knight.
Acacia Amani White.
Trevor Charles Knott.
Brenna Elizabeth White.
Brian Douglas Kraus.
Nicholas J. Wilkinson.
Kaylee Renee Laborde.
Dion Anthony Williams. I'll say it again.
Blake Elijah Lefevre Jackson.
Dejon Anthony Williams.
Casey J. Lehi.
Kaylee Love Williams.
Anthony Lamboy.
Leah Brianne Williams.
Erica Denise Lanza.
Ashley Nicole Willis.
Nathan Adam Levine.
Kristen Elise Witham.
Alex Ortiz Lara.
Dylan Lee Wolf.
Alyssa Marie Lara.
Rebecca K. Wong.
Aaron Neil Lawrence.
Corey Marie Wright.
Charlie May Layton.
Justin Matthew Wright.
Joshua Javon Cody.
Bailey McKenna Yanni.
Alexandra Serda.
Jonathan Robert Yelenich.
Marie J. Atala.
Christian David Young.
Jasmine Cardenas.
Haven Younghorse. Deborah Zakor. Alexander Lee Zumalin. Julissa Duarte. Eric Jino Yang. Robert James Kennedy. How did he land here? Are you done?
I thought she was going to read her name. You told me I was not allowed to. That's never stopped you once in your entire life. We're getting close, kids. We're getting close. To the parents, the community, and our Board of Education, to our district and to our teachers, we present to you the class of 2017. Please welcome the USB President, Tatum Mann, who will lead the class in the turning of the tassel to signify the status of graduate.
Okay. Before I came to Mesa, I was really nervous coming from a different middle school. I knew barely any students, but I did know one teacher, Mrs. Giordano. I have known her since birth, and I just wanted to thank her for helping me transition into high school and always listening to me. The two next people that I met were Mrs. Moran and Miss Peggy. They've been my absolute rock these past 4 years and encouraged me to reach for my dreams. Then along the way, Mrs. Volmar came to Mesa, and she always deals with my crazy ideas and passions. So thank you for that. These 4 people have supported me along the way, but there was one person that for most of my time here I was actually a little scared of, Mr. Ellis. However, once I got to know him, I realized that he is one of the most sweet people I have ever met. He helped me with a multitude of things throughout my years and always listened to what I had to say. So thank you. Now, class of 2017, I have not forgotten about you. Even though I never got the opportunity to meet all of you, I thank you all for supporting me and pushing me to be a better version of myself. I could not have learned as many lessons and had as many adventures without you. Now, the moment you have probably been waiting for, the tassel ceremony. The mortarboard and tassel are an important part of the graduation regalia. When the tassel hangs on the right side, it signifies the status of preparation. After officials have, graduates, please stand. Thank you. After officials have presented the graduates with the diploma, the tassels moved from the right side to the left side. Class of 2017, please turn your tassel from the right to the left to signify your new status as high school graduate. Congratulations, class of 2017.
We're even closer now. Great job, Tatum. We would like to thank our band director, Mr. Daniel Greenberg, and choral director, Mr. Bradley Allen, as well as our band and choir students for their gift of music. The Murrieta Mesa High School Band and Choir will now perform the Murrieta Mesa Alma Mater. Graduates, please accompany our choir in the singing of Mesa's Alma Mater. We should all stand for this part. I think we got the words wrong up there for the kids. Graduates, thank you for building the legacy at Mesa and for making Mesa what it is today. As you are out there changing the world, keep in touch with your families and friends, make sure you call home, and don't forget about the staff who love you here at Mesa. This is the last time we will do this cheer together. I want you to let everyone know who you are and show your Ram pride. We are Mesa. We are Mesa. We are Mesa. Congratulations and have a great summer.